Hello my friends, it's Clyde with PT3D, and today I'm going to show you how to make this. This is a little notepad thingamajigger that I said I would make for Patreon, and this is the first version of it. So this version had a little bit of issues. Not bad issues, mostly just Clyde issues, which are like the patience issues. So the patience issue being when I created the first one of these. Oh, can you see the problem if you're embossing with this? Heh, it's backwards. Well, I mean, it isn't backwards, you can read it, but it's backwards because if I'm going to push this down, it's just like a stamp. When the relief is revealed, it would be backwards. So we don't want that. So I had to recut this. Second was the leather. I had done I soaked the leather, get it nice and soft, and it embossed pretty well, if you can see. The only problem I had was that I'm not patient enough. I let this dry for probably about 24 hours. Didn't think about it. Well, I wanted to set the embossing. So what I did is I put the notebook together, or the notepad, and I pressed two notepads together with two blocks for the embossing blocks, between two blocks of wood and two clamps. So basically it's wood, wood, leather, paper, leather, wood, leather, paper, leather, wood, wood, clamps. And what happened was it actually squeezed more moisture out of the leather. So it sogified the notepads. Now I think that's actually cool. But to the people that I'm going to send these to, Kelly, I will remake this. Matt, I will remake it. But I am going to send these to you as is because they were the first two versions that I created. So those are for you. So today I'd like to thank Kelly Gaynor for being the #1 Patreon. Thank you. Kelly, you're awesome. Without you and others like you, these videos would not be possible. So for now, what we're going to do is we're going to assemble one of these notepads. So I'm going to move the camera into work position. All right. Let me pull this one off the printer, or off the laser. It's alright, not the printer. This is not a printer, it's a laser. And I will put a new one on because, we don't want to waste time while we're doing this. So that's what we're doing right now. Resetting the laser. Alright, so the laser is reset. And I'm going to do a quick line, which I know you can't see, and I apologize. So I'm working on the computer right now rather than here. So we're going to do both. So this is one notepad. So this is one thing you're going to need. I also have paper, and I have a stapler. With these three items, I can do what I need to do, but not everything, because I also require a razor knife, which I also have right here. So with these items, we are going to make some cool stuff happen. My apologies, I'm trying to, like I said, I should have done this before I started recording this video, but I didn't. So now you're having to put up with me. And this is the last time for the interruption. Alright. So first, what we want to do is we got to remove the material from here. So we're going to take our cutting board and we're going to move it over here for a second. The laser does a pretty good job marking it out for me to give you kind of a little bit of accuracy. So it's not like you're doing a cold cut. So you're just kind of pulling the material along the line, just like that. And like I said, it's actually pretty much cut. It's just, well, it's not quite cut. So that's what I'm doing right now. We'll remove this extra material. I got really close to the edge on this one, so that's unfortunate, but not bad, of course. It's just one of those things. Helps to have a fairly sharp knife. That will actually help prevent injury, because if you're trying to push too hard on your knife, you're going to end up hurting yourself, because something's going to drag. So yeah, just make sure your knife is plenty sharp, especially when you're working with leather. And I am not an expert on anything, so please don't hold me to any of what I'm telling you, but I am willing to show you my process. Put them scraps over there. I don't like to waste leather scraps, because leather is useful in so many different ways. I'm going to cheat a little and use my straight edge, because I want to clean that edge up a little bit, because when I cut it on the laser, it was just a little closer than I had intended to the edge of the material. So there we go. So now here we have the meat of the job right here. And then we're going to bring over some paper. But I also have one more thing I'm going to bring over. I need a block. So we're going to grab our block, if I can find it. I put it down somewhere, and there it is. All right. It's a pretty soft wood, which is important. You'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to take this, and we're going to make our sandwich. Okay? So I'm going to take this, flip it like this, and I'm going to try to line this up as good as I can. I like to do both sides just to kind of get a little bit of a look, and then I like to jog it a little bit just to make sure that it has the coverage that I want. And it also helps if you can cut paper straight, which I can't always. So now that we've got that in place, you're gonna laugh. So any bookbinder people out there that don't want to look at this part, please turn away now. So this is a Boss Stitch stapler. It's about $10 over at Walmart. And oop, that was a fail. So we're going to pull that one back out. You want to be careful, because I mean you can still damage the leather. But there we go. That's a nice, pretty staple. And I did do a laser mark on here. Oops. So I was a little high on that one. So now what I do is I grab the paper on both sides, and I carefully pull up. And what that's going to reveal is the little spikes. So we'll bring that over to you. These little spikes are the tops of the staples, which I'm not sure if you can see very well, but they need to be rolled over. You could use pretty much anything metal for that. So I kind of push down and I roll at the same time. So push down and roll. And I go towards the orientation the staples should be naturally when it closes on the stapler. And then this is a really, really quick, dirty project that you can do easily. I mean, if I can do this, you can do this. So, highly recommend it. Now, once you get this kind of shaped the way you want, you just kind of pinch it. Just pinch the paper and get it nice and where you want it. This flap, on my design that I've got here, I just pull it up and over. And then what I'll do now is I will take this piece, I'm going to stick it right there, and then I'm going to grab one more piece of wood, just like this, and I'm going to make sure it's nice and snug. And I don't have a vise, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my clamp and I'll put this right on the crease line. I'm sorry if you can't really see that, but there you go. And then if you need to, at least as long as you have one clamp on, you can move this one. And what that's going to do for you is it's going to compress that paper, keep that nice and tight. So I'm going to pull this out. Ooh, boy, I got that good and tight. Alright, so quick 10-minute project that you can do at home. This has 40 sheets of paper in it, and there you go. So anyway, I hope you got something from this video. I was inspired by Jimmy DiResta for this one. He does do some bookbinding and stuff, which you should really check out. So head over to Jimmy DiResta's workshop on YouTube, which is, I believe, at Jimmy DiResta. So you can also check him out on Twitter. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next episode. And please, like I said, feel free to help me out on Patreon if you believe in what I do, and I'm going to try and keep delivering good content. So until next time, keep creating.